Ladies and gentlemen, this is Benjamin Abana, the Ordinal. I'm here with you with another video. And tonight we will be discussing, will there be a war between the Diaspora state of Yasharal and the current state of Israel? Will there be a war between the two? You may ask yourself, well, what made you want to think of that as a title for a video? I'm going to be honest. There's a saying out there that says, what happens when I think it goes, it's something like, I'm paraphrasing, when an unstoppable force hits an immovable object, something like that. They're going to collide. And when they collide, what happens? We do know, according to Bible prophecy, that the dispersed of Yasharal will be regathered from the four corners. Now, a lot of people will say, well, that's the state of Israel. That's what, no. That the state of Israel is a gathering of people from, Europe. That doesn't constitute the four corners. And then you may say, well, there's people there from Ethiopia and some parts of Africa, but they're not there in full representation. They're not there, in great numbers. There are a few sprinkles of different peoples from, Asia and Africa here and there, but it doesn't really, constitute the true body. From what I know, the dispersed majority are in Africa and in America. And what I mean by Africa and America, sub-Saharan Africa and the victims of the transatlantic slave trade, which are African Americans and their descendants. I do believe that they are dispersed. When you look at the old maps from, the transatlantic slave trade, there's old maps that says the Kingdom of Yahuda or the Kingdom of Judah in West Africa. Nowhere else will you see that on any other map anywhere else. So I said all that to say this. We know that according to Bible prophecy, the house of Israel will be reassembled according to Bible prophecy. And, I firmly believe that will be in Africa. I believe that, they are, the sub-Saharan Africans that carry the customs and cultures of the ancient Israelites and their descendants, which happen to be, the current African Americans. Now, we all know who's who. Now, let's just, when the time does come and, Yasharal is reassembled, I believe that Yasharal will have a government in Africa. And there will be representatives from the different tribes in Africa, as also from the diaspora, whether they're from, America, Latin America, the Caribbean islands. And when that happens, it will be a sign and a wonder to the world. And I believe that sign and that wonder will cause a lot of worldwide chaos. I believe it's going to cause a lot of people to question their beliefs and question what they've been told or taught. I believe it's going to be a ground-shaking, earth-shattering situation when a lot of the sub-Saharan Africans and African Americans and, the diaspora, realize who they are and unite as Yasharal and Yahuda. And then I do believe that it will build a competition between the Hebrew states of Yahuda and Yasharal versus the state currently recognized as Israel. When you look at the Bible, when the Bible prophecy says that, Yasharal will dwell in villages without walls. They will have resources. They'll have, they'll be living great, and other nations will seek to attack them. They will seek to take from them because they're doing so well. I believe that when Yasharal and Yahuda come back together, form their governments, and come back together as a nation, is going to be a cause for war against the other nations. Africa is abundant with resources. Africa is abundant with, solar energy and oil, all different types of, crops and cattle and gold. And I believe that, this is what I believe. I believe that once Yasharal and Yahuda, the two houses of Jacob, Yakov, return to Africa and establish themselves as the two, I want to say, for lack of a better word, two newest, countries. They're not new, but re-established countries. I believe that they're gonna lead Africa. They're gonna lead Africa, and they're going to cause a lot of the colonial powers to be sent away. I believe that, Yasharal and Yahuda, I believe that they'll be so strong economically and mightily and influential that they will cause the downfall of a lot of the colonial powers that have had their hand over Africa for all this time. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. This is going to happen. This is the future forecast of Africa, the continent. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be like something we've never experienced. And it's going to be like something we never could imagine could ever happen. You're going to see. We know that African Americans are great for a lot of things. We lead the world in a lot of things. We're very, very influential, whether it be in sports, music, entertainment, whether it be in scholarship, whether it be in sciences. Once we take everything that we are capable of and we keep it for ourselves, unto ourselves, and build ourselves our own nation, which I believe will be the Diaspora state of Yahuda. Once that's kept to ourselves, we can do mighty things. Look what we're doing in our captivity. Look how influential we are in our captivity. Judah is the one who like Jacob said, your brethren will praise you. The scepter will never leave the house of Yahuda. And even of our ignorance, whether we're sagging pants and doing rap music and doing foolishness, we still lead everybody else. Everybody else still wants to be us, even in our foolishness. But if we get up under Yahuwah, the Most High, and then we take all our intelligence, our scholarship, our gifts, and we create our own nation. You got to understand, America is blessed because of Yahuda. America is blessed because Yasharal is in America. America hasn't been turned over because Yasharal and Yahuda, both houses are here in America. Every empire that has ever existed has had Yasharal and Yahuda as their subjects, and that's what made them so great. And that's what makes America so great. And when Yasharal exits, and when Yahuda exits, and we form our own, watch what happens to America. Watch what happens to America. It's over with. That's when you have the book of Revelations, and that's when you have all the destruction that's going to befall Babylon. America is the Babylon. But not to get off a topic, do I believe that there's going to be a war between the diaspora state of Yasharal and the state of Israel? It could be quite possible. It could be quite possible because there's more at stake than just a namesake. There's agendas at stake. And that's what's colliding agendas. One of the Most High, the other one of darkness. Not that I'm saying that, people in the state of Israel are darkness, but you got to look how it was formed. The Most High had nothing to do with that. That's Rothschild money. And that's just not conspiracy theory. That's fact. So I believe that's going to happen because, and what would it look like? A war between Yasharal and Israel? I can't say. But I do believe that moves will be made against Yasharal once it is established in Africa. There's going to be a lot of people who, there's a lot of people now who don't even like, African Americans identifying themselves as Israelites. God forbid a nation be established. I'm Benjamin, a band of the Ordinal. This is just, things I see. And stay tuned and catch you in the next video.